Grandma just called and said you're supposed to go home. She says she doesn't want you here when she gets back because you've been ruining everybody's lives and eating all our steak.
And now, back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Ruining people's lives and eating all the steak. It's the Big Dumb Fun Show. My name is Aaron.
I'm Venkman.
And I'm Chris.
Yep. Chris in studio. Chris Wren. Sports with a guy named Chris. Which we're not going to talk sports right now.
No.
So keep your pants on.
I got it.
I know that you were dying to just whip it out.
I'm not wearing any pants. So.
And you, okay. At least you eliminated that obstacle. So you're actually being able to show up early, but that means you have to leave early tonight, too.
I know.
What a jerk.
I know.
But are you officially over your cold?
No.
You're not.
Still no, I'm actually just probably almost as bad as I was a week and a half ago, but...
See, me too. Like, I'm like The Walking Dead. I can't sleep anymore. I end up waking up in the middle of the night.
I think I have pneumonia. I mean, honestly, I really believe that I do. But my wife
like a walking pneumonia.
Yeah, but my wife went in and they said she didn't have pneumonia. So I'm like, well, I guess it must be fine.
Well, why the hell would she go in for you? You're the one that's sick.
She's had the same thing, though, just as long.
Oh, I thought maybe like you just didn't
And so
have
you guys
time.
are
You're like,
sharing
why don't you go to the doctor for
They're
me?
sharing the meds.
Yeah, no. We weren't sharing the meds, but I mean, we would.
Not these meds.
No.
Share some meds later.
Yeah.
So, but welcome back to the studio. I was just talking about last week. I couldn't be here. Luckily, you were able to pinch hit a little bit.
Absolutely.
Come in and talk to Rena and your man crush, Travis Bowling.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for saying that everywhere.
I watched it. I watched the
Did you like
the show.
Did you like my part of it?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Especially
Except for your part, but I mean everything else
was wonderful,
great.
Huh?
It was
right
fantastic.
Especially
no,
the way he
on.
blushed, you know.
Oh man, you were blushing.
I had to carry the
like
whole damn thing with myself.
Oh
okay?
man, like you were just so giddy as a schoolgirl that this guy is actually on the show. And meanwhile, Gunner's like, why is this guy on the show? I'm like, he's supposed to be the smartest guy alive. And Chris really talked him up, so we have to have him on the show. He's like, oh, okay. And then it turns out we get on the show, he does all this cool stuff.
He does do all this
I
cool
couldn't
stuff.
find a damn thing other than he wrote a book on bowling.
Yeah. No, I understand.
That was it.
And he books a cheerleading convention.
And now I know that he works for cheerleaders.
Well, come on. I can't be all bad then, right?
No. But then he comes in and he's got all this like TV shows and stuff that he's working on. Like he's an amazing dude, and I can see why you wanted to get him on the show.
Yeah. No. After you actually look him up, and once you know that he's done all this PBS stuff, and you just type in his name with PBS, it's usually you can find a bunch of stuff on him. Of course, he did walk in and drop the S-bomb.
Oh,
twice.
Oh, twice. I'm sorry.
Twice.
Great.
I knew that was going to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. The only guest I ever bring in.
Yeah, like when they come in.
Drops
I mean,
Yes.
if you want to try to contact some, I'm just saying this only because Travis wasn't an athletic person. He wasn't that wasn't in your genre, if you will. If you wanted to contact somebody you wanted to talk to in the sporting field for an interview, you could do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well,
You're giving him the permission slip?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I would say keep it in the realm. I know you have a lot of other. I see your Facebook posts and a lot of political opinions and stuff like that.
I'm
not opposed if you have guests
There you
or people you want to have on the show. That's cool too.
That was a tie-in.
But I
man.
would definitely make you. I thought you were trying to get us on PBS, and I say screw them.
Screw PBS. I want to go on
We're
PBS.
not going to be on there now. Okay. There's no chance.
I would like to be on Rumpus Room. Ruckish. Can I be on?
Do I have to be the replacement for Mr. Rogers?
I would like.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I'd like to host Ruckish and talk to local celebrities.
Or children.
So now, what are you stoked now, being the big liberal that you are, that about the universal health care kind of passing? I still don't understand exactly. I've tried to read about it. I've tried to.
Who can really understand it all? I mean, honestly, I'm going through. I'm trying to really have a good feel for it, and it's so confusing as it is. I mean, I don't think that it's the best plan or anything. I don't believe that at all.
Is there
I don't
another
think
plan?
that there is a
it-
best
no,
plan.
No.
Like,
Couldn't
I
we
don't
just
think that
copy
there's
the best one and didn't just
There is no best
improved
plan.
upon it?
Isn't the best plan, in some people's opinion, no health care, no national, like you have to have this health care, national coverage?
That is
hey,
most people's.
just show up at a hospital when you really need to.
Yeah,
and
well,
they'll just take care of you.
And that's
they're forced to by law. I mean, I'm just telling you this because I'm that guy.
No, and I was that guy. I don't understand. Like, everyone's like, well, now we can go to the doctor, whatnot. All I know is that if you're working, let's just say, I'm not talking from
You're making me
experience.
laugh right now already.
If you're working for a company and they are just full of a bunch of cheap bastards, they're already trying to pull your 401k. You have virtually no employee benefits at all, other than you have a job, which, hey, that's a great benefit to working. But, of course, I can see an employer saying, hey, why do we now have to offer health care? We could save so much money on these health care dues. So let's pull our health care.
Believe me, my health care plan at my work is about as good as the one I get from the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's that good?
Yeah, $5,000 deductible.
Yeah, you know the one I get for the Big Dumb Fun Show? From the state.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
I'm
talking
just telling
about.
you, I have an orange card. It's like a get-out-of-jail-free card
Yeah.
to go down to Truman Medical Center and have them do something.
Does it have the Big Dumb Fun Show orange letters on the orange card?
It does.
Only where they're
Looks-
pressed through in the wallet because I've been carrying it with me.
So this thing passed, and the fact that it passed is actually controversial because
Because the guy,
well, the whole thing is controversial, but
the Supreme Court guy.
because the Supreme Court passed it, and everyone was just like, how in the hell did this happen? Like, if you're just looking at political affiliation, it's the majority is controlled by
Republicans,
Republicans.
conservatives, yeah.
So how in the hell did this happen? Well, they're saying, well, the reason why they did it in the first place is because it would lock in a Romney victory in the next election because
It's
I
so
mean,
hated.
because it's so hated.
Yeah.
And
Like
I
if
guess
they won that, they're
that's a
going to win
big
the
chance.
presidency.
Like that's a big chance to take, and I
Yeah.
think that's wrong.
Well, so
I mean, that's
what,
just
what about not politically, but what about just people having health care? And so they strike it down. So they're
Yeah.
like, hey, no, we really don't want to have a government-mandated health care system.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
no,
they're beating it up every chance they get as
Yeah.
it is because it's going to cost business and people some more money. But
yeah. Everyone that's not
the
paying.
alternative is what?
Well,
Move
here's
to Sweden.
exactly. Move to
Or any
Canada.
other place, Costa
Yeah,
Rica.
like everybody else has the universal health care.
Yeah,
but
I mean-
so you could move there. That's fine.
Yeah, you could revoke your citizenship
Yeah,
and go
just
to Ecuador.
move somewhere else.
Cheney
But-
said if it passed, he was going to move to Costa Rica. Well, they have it too, okay?
Yeah,
I
they've
mean,
got it.
yeah.
So, but you know, Gunnar, this would be a prime example. Is that the biggest argument is that they make you pay car insurance. Well, they make you pay. Like if you have a car, they make you pay car insurance.
Yeah.
However, you can opt out. You don't have to drive a car.
Yeah, you can opt out of having a body.
Well,
Yeah.
you can opt out of being alive, I
Yeah.
guess, too, right?
I guess so, but
There's
see,
a decision to be made there.
that's the part that gets me is that now they're forcing you to pay. Like technically, you could opt out of payroll tax by not having a job. Like you can opt out of all these taxes by just not, participating in the economy.
Well, really, though,
if you want to barter and be live like a gypsy, then technically you can do that.
Are you
guess.
slighting my Romanian and Hungarian relatives there?
Slightly?
Okay.
Slightly. So
Yeah.
You don't have to be a gypsy. It could be any other kind of scurvy character who doesn't want to be upstanding.
yeah. Well,
I think it's called frugality, isn't it?
could be.
What if
Could
you
be.
just don't have the money?
Yeah, well, it's $90.
then-
It's a
then you're
$90
fine.
a year fine, and then you get it. But they charge your employer if you work for a company that has 50 or more employees. They charge them $3,000 to $4,000.
See, it's so messed up. Like it's so weird. I don't understand it at all.
It's
we'll
not
talk more
perfect.
about it and the useless news next on the Big Dumb Fun.